With the introduction of Wano Kuni, we are still confused on the Shogun's role and Kaido's powers. Stay tuned to find out what could really be the dark truth behind Wano. Many believe the several connections to Kaido as a dragon means that he is a dragon devil fruit user or an actual dragon. These seem like good leads, but I have a different idea. The dragon theme Kaido has is pretty undeniable. In the stories of Ryuma, a dragon is commonly seen as the enemy of Wano throughout the ages, which would mean Kaido as a protagonist would most likely fit the role of a dragon, but to some extent this is a misconception. In Oda's one-shot series Monsters, which tells about Ryuma's battle against a dragon, the dragon isn't actually the real antagonist. Instead, it is a swordsman who took the dragon horn, which allows him to control dragons. Since Ryuma is also noted to have been a powerful warrior from Wano in One Piece who slayed a dragon, I believe Oda is trying to tie these two series of his together. Even before this incident, there were past dragon attacks according to the samurai Cyrano, meaning Wano Kuni experienced multiple dragon encounters before caused by the use of the dragon horn. Another reference to dragons earlier in One Piece was during the Warship Island arc. Despite this being filler, it seems to link us to some very important information about dragons in the One Piece universe. In this arc, the Straw Hats come across millenary dragons, whose bones are believed to be used to make the elixir of immortality. As we know, Kaido seems to be nearly unkillable, as many have described. It's possible that Kaido is somehow using this power of immortality that the dragons have to boost his own powers. How could he do this? Well, during the Punk Hazard arc, we have loads of information on how Kaido is achieving such a high level of power. Law states Smile is the main source of him and his army's power. Law also states that Smile relies on lineage factors which alters the DNA of the user. Vegapunk discovered this with his artificial zone and incorporated man-made dragon DNA into it to allow the user to transform into a dragon. But as we saw with Momo, this is an incomplete transformation. The elixir of immortality using dragons might have been Vegapunk's ultimate goal and not just artificial zone powers. And the dragons we saw on Punk Hazard weren't real dragons, they were said to be artificially created by Vegapunk for experimentation. When Caesar restarted the Artificial Zone project, it is possible that he also began using dragon DNA in his creation process, but instead of using fake DNA like Vegapunk, I believe he looked toward a much more efficient source. We were told that Caesar used a much more efficient yet gruesome methods to achieve results in his experiments, such as using kids for gigantification experiments, while Vegapunk avoided harmful methods. With this in mind, maybe Caesar killed real dragons instead of fake ones, which Vegapunk was too afraid to do. Doflamingo's influence between Kaido and Caesar may have led to a trade bargain to send dead dragons to be used for Smile manufacturing in the underworld black market. Since Dofi is also interested in immortality, maybe he supported this trade to try and wait for Caesar to make a perfect elixir of immortality. Now, where do you find real dragons? Well, Wano Kuni, of course. But in One Piece and Monsters, the country of Wano is said to have been attacked by several dragons, meaning many dragons live there. If Kaido and the Shogun are working together to increase their influence and power, it's possible that they are using the dragon horn or something similar to round up dragons and slaughter them for Caesar's smile. Just like in Monsters, it isn't the dragons that are the enemy, it is the cruel people who control the dragons that are evil. How do we know dragons are actually incorporated into Smile though? Look at Gifters, who are the soldiers who have eaten Smile. They grow horns and tattoos that greatly resemble that of a dragon. As I've stated in a previous theory, Kaido has Gifter tattoos as well, meaning he may have consumed Smile. His tattoo shows dragon scales, meaning the dragon DNA may have altered his skin. The dragon DNA incorporated into Smile must be able to grant the users aspects of a dragon. I believe Kaido is consuming massive amounts of Smile in order to reach closer to immortality. The Shogun must also be benefiting from the mass slaughter of dragons, and that he may be trying to achieve immortality. In Taoism, the elixir of life is something that grants you immortality. Coincidentally, in Taoism, immortals are always portrayed as riding a dragon. Further indication of this exploitation is the fact that Jack has fake horns which look like they could be that of a dragon's. Maybe they were taken from a dragon to show off his prestige. The Shogun, on top of using dragons to buff Kaido and his army, may have also terrorized Wano with the dragon horn by summoning loads of dragons on areas that disobeyed him. When Oden tried to resist, this may have been part of what led him to being executed on top of his knowledge of Raftel. Japan has a history of underground mass killings of dolphin and taiji to the point of near extermination in certain waters. Since Wano is inspired by Japan, this could be linked to the mass killing of dragons, and Oda portraying this type of corrupt poaching through his series in a unique way. Thank you all for watching. This idea was a collaboration of me and StrongWorld. We have done several theories together in the past, and this one was a bit reliant on the idea that dragons actually provide some source of immortality. And even if that isn't the case, maybe Kaido's just benefiting from their DNA in some way. It's very clear that he has some dragon aspects, and I don't believe that he actually has a dragon fruit, rather that he's consumed dragon smile, maybe some kind of mythical smile fruit. It does seem that he has, once again, the dragon theme, so I think that would make the most sense. But make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe when you get the chance, and tell me what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you all later.